Hello. You must be my appointment. Yes, come in, have a seat. Would you like anything to drink? Water or maybe coffee or tea? You're okay? Okay. I'd just like to make a welcoming environment in my office because I know some of these experiences can be difficult. Yes. My name is Liam. I am the director of crypto anthropology here at the Research Institute for Paranormal Activity. Yes, we're a little bit different than other paranormal investigators because we tend to take a more scientific approach to the paranormal. We collect data from witnesses like you, and then we apply the scientific method in an attempt to understand the paranormal. Okay. I just want to get this part out of the way. Your account will remain completely anonymous. We are not affiliated with any governmental organization or NGO. We're a privately funded organization, so your data and information will stay anonymous. Yes, and it will strictly be used for scientific research. So the field of cryptoanthropology is dedicated to the study of human-like creatures that are not currently recognized by science. Yes. So, in the past, there have been several large vertebrate animals that have gone completely under the radar of science, and there are examples of that all the way up till the 20th century. Yeah, so finding a large animal, while unlikely, is still statistically possible. So, I graduated with my doctorate in anthropology, and I have used that to assist the Institute in studying any unknown human-like animal. So, your email to me said that you had an encounter with something that you believe is a Sasquatch. Okay. Well, let's go over the events of that day, and I will log an official report, and we'll get a team out to that location to do some further research. Okay. So, let's begin with your details. What is your name? Okay. And what was the date of the incident? Okay. And where did the incident happen? Okay. Wasatch National Forest. Okay. What was the time of day? Approximately around 6 p.m. Okay. So around sunset. Okay, and what were you doing at the time of the incident? Okay, you were on a hike? Do you remember what the closest landmark was? Mirror Lake. Yeah, there's a lot of paranormal stuff that goes on around that lake. Were you alone? You were with your dog. Okay. When the incident occurred, did your dog's behavior change at all? Okay. Okay, so it growled. Yeah. Okay. So you came over a hill, and at first you thought you were seeing a bear. So it had brownish fur. Okay. And what was the creature doing when you saw it first? It appeared to be sitting. Okay. Okay. Was it doing anything while it was sitting? Or do you remember its posture? Okay. So it appeared almost like a gorilla when it was sitting. Okay. That is a very important detail. Okay, when the creature noticed you, it stood up on two legs. Okay. Now, when you say it stood up on two legs, did it do so with any difficulty? Or once it was on two legs, did it appear unstable? Yeah, that's a very important detail because we want to make sure that we're not dealing with a bear. Grizzly bears have recently re-entered the area after about a century of absence, so we want to make sure that this isn't a case of mistaken identity. And grizzly bears can stand on two legs, but not for a prolonged period of time. And they often appear a little bit wobbly, or it looks a little unnatural, because they are obligate quadrupeds, which means that they normally walk around on four legs. Okay, so it was a very fluid motion. It didn't appear to brace itself or appear unstable. Okay. Did you get a look at its face? Okay. So it did appear ape-like. Okay. And was all of its body covered in fur? Or like us, was it just its head? Most of the body except parts of the hands and the face. Okay. Okay. That's very interesting. Okay, so it looked directly at you. I can see why that would be a little unsettling. Approximately how long did it maintain eye contact? Only a few seconds, okay. Okay, did it vocalize? Did it make any noises? So it grunted. Okay. But it wasn't loud, like it wasn't aggressive. Okay. Okay. And then noticed your dog growling at it. Okay. And that's when it walked back into the forest. Okay. Okay. Did it leave anything behind? Footprints. Okay. Do you remember approximately how tall this animal was? Around 7 feet. Okay. And did you take any photographs of the footprints or of the animal? Okay, so you didn't have a phone with you, but you did return later and take photos of the prints. Okay. Would you be comfortable emailing those to me, and I can attach them to this report? Excellent. Okay. Because this incident happened about a week ago, it is unlikely that the prints are still there and intact. However, we will send a team up to this location to see if there's anything left, or maybe if we can find some hair samples. Yes. Hair samples, footprints, things like that are very valuable to our research, hair samples especially. If we're able to obtain an authentic hair sample, we would be able to sequence the genome that is stored in the hair follicle and hopefully determine if there is an unknown ape-like creature running around in the woods out there. Yeah. Okay. So, I wanted to thank you for coming in and speaking with me. If you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out to the Institute or myself directly. And if you find that you're struggling mentally in any way with your experiences, we do provide mental health counseling. Well, that's good to hear. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're as excited about this as we are. So I will add this to our database, and we will get our people up there to take a look. Okay. Well, you have a great day, and thank you for coming in.